Good morning, and I am playing Total War Warhammer. Playing as the Wood Elves, and I'm playing a match, unquick match, a multiplayer. So my opponent is a real person, it's just not going to be AI. My enemy already had his template. He knew which one he wanted and he went for it, started it up, so it made me panic and I rushed around picking my units. Yes, that is right, I have two forest dragons, one with pretty much upgraded to silver, and this is my general dragon. I have on my left flank, which is very weak, which I would have thought he would, as you're going to see, which I would have thought he would have concentrated more units on that flank to push through, which I have two cavalry units, one missile, one melee. On my other flank I have two archer units on foot hidden in the grass and two archer cavalry units, and on my main middle units are three spear units, two shield, one normal, and a foot archer unit protecting my general. Against me is the Empire, and as my enemy, he has one griffin which he has the general on, two cavalry units of Right Guard, he has an outrider unit, he has a Hellblaster Valor, two handgun units, four great swords, two spear units with shield, and pretty much I have Deep Wood Scouts, Glad Riders, Sisters of Thorn, as I've just said, Forest Dragon, Wild Riders, two Elden Guards, and Elden Guard with shield, and I have a Glad Guard with pretty much missile damage, but I think that's the poison one, and a Glad Lord. So let's start it up. When I saw his siege gun, which is his cannons, I moved them away. I moved my infantry away. Then when I realised it's got to be up close and personal, this cannon, I stayed him there, so he would have to move to me. Now, on my right flank, I have strong units. On my left flank is very weak. I only have the dragon unit to actually boost that flank up. Now I'm fast forwarding in a bit because we wait there for 2 minutes, thinking he's going to make the move, and I made the move on my left flank. Moved my cavalry up to see what he can do. Will it entice him? It did. He started moving forward. What he does is he moves his general unit, his griffin, forward to entice my middle to see if I can attack him, and he runs away and he encircled me, as I have saw on multiple matches where somebody rushes to kill the general. I made my dragon on the flank to see actually will he start basically shadowing that flank, because I've got a strong unit there. He doesn't. He's just intent on moving forward. He doesn't care about the flanks. He wants to see if I attack his general. I don't. I was thinking of attacking it, but I realised the elves, if my general dies, they all start running away and falling apart. Cohesion just falls apart. Basically like the vampire counts. Don't let your general die. The main rule of Warhammer is factions have their generals. Some factions, if their leader dies, they all start capacitating, which I think is true with the vampire counts, which I compare them to. As I may archer units off, this flank is pretty much just shadowing. He stands still for a minute or two. Well, not a minute, but a couple of seconds. I start taking pot shots of his right guard shot cavalry, and he starts trying to chase me down on that flank. He leaves it wide open. And then I realised I have no cavalry to exploit that. I only have arch cavalry on this flank. So what I do is entice him to attack me. I shoot him from all sides to weaken him so much his unit is useless. And then I realised at this point he's coming for me. He's coming for me infantry on foot. These guys are screwed to all recognition, because I realised at that point he's going for me infantry. My archer units. Basically the strongest unit I've got on the field, apart from the dragons. I really don't use melee cavalry that much on this match, so I'm using archers to hit him from a distance to entice him to attack me. And at this point he basically destroys that unit. The morale's still sticking, but they're going to fall apart, and then I just blast him with every archer unit I've got in this area to get him away from that unit. Once I realise his cavalry is basically falling apart, I move my infantry forward, which sends a volley onto the outriders, because these units are really dangerous when they get up close. It's in the name, they got grenade launchers and L blasters as well. And then I realise I've got a dragon, let's push it forward. So I send the dragon from my right side to basically go for the cannons. That's its main objective. And he attacks me with his lord, which was a very big mistake, because he has no units supporting him. I have archers, and if he went on the floor I have infantry. And plus I buff all my infantry in that area to basically do more damage. Basically at this point, my left flank is basically chewing up his right flank. It's pretty much, I'm moving my infantry forward. These guys are actually going to start moving forward. And I've got my horse archers moving forward on top of that. My dragon's moving in to hit his artillery, and on top of that I have my Sisters of Fawn, which I realised at that point they were missiles in the match, just to attack his last cavalry unit on one flank. But he still moves forward with his infantry. He doesn't reorganise his infantry, push his general back to think, oh, what, I've got more infantry than him, and maybe I can trap his cavalry or take the hits with the archers until he runs out. He doesn't do any of that. When his general runs, I start moving the infantry up to pin big blobs of infantry down, so my archers from my right flank and my archers from the middle can chew these guys up. That's all I'm trying to do, is my infantry is to entice him. My dragon's taking most of the hits, and he focused mostly on the dragon, so all my archers can take pot shots with him. Like I said, my left flank's dead weak, but I send my cavalry in just to make a statement with basically missile units supporting him. When I realised my general had won, I start reorganising the units that supported my general to now start moving forward. And my general was taking pot shots with his little archer, his bow and arrow that he has, and it's just pretty much it. His left flank's just chewing him up. It's pretty much what Alexander would do, but I don't have heavy cavalry or melee cavalry of a sort. I have just archers, so pretty much just chewing them to a degree with infantry and pushing the archers to deal the damage. That's all I wanted to do. I had less units than him, and I'm trying to focus on pushing him back so much. If he reorganised halfway through the match, I would have been defeated. But without his general, will. He's just falling apart. And it only takes a couple of shots from the archers now to make him run away. It's just demolishing him from the flank. But he was a great sport. He actually held on and carried on fighting. He didn't quit like most competitors on the quit match. He actually stuck it out, took the defeat. After that I said, well done, it was a good game. Give him a couple of pointers and that was it. It was just simple as that. I like that. Just demolishing them with the archers. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you subscribe as well as like it underneath, and have a good day.